And Vice Admiral retired Shekhar Sinha, former Chief of Integrated Defence Staff, joins us on DD India News Hour now. Welcome, sir, to the program. Well, how far will the acquisition of yet another batch of Rafale fighter jets from France boost the Indian Air Force's squadron strength and India's aerial defence and strike capabilities?
Tanvi, thank you for getting me on your show. It's a very significant approval which has come today. It actually fills in a long-awaited requirement of getting the Air Force back to its 42 squadron strength. As you know that it was 2011 that we had given approval. We had done the selection, and Rafale was on the top of list. But unfortunately the Congress government at that time had got cold feet in giving the approval for the money, and they just kept dragging their feet. So I think it is to the credit of Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji's government and Raksha Mantri Rajnath Singh's push that this approval has come today. It is just prior to the arrival of President Macron. I think is coming here in a week or two. So this is really very important. As you know that I think the 18 aircraft will come in flyaway condition and rest will be manufactured here. 60% components are will be manufactured in India. And of course, engine we don't make, so you can say another 30%. So roughly just about 10% of items will be probably from French sources. Coming to the Navy, very significant, Tanvi. We have a very vast sea area, roughly 3,000 kilometers diameter, in the Indian Ocean. And the number of aircraft that we have right now, they were not sufficient to cover this entire ocean at all the time. So the 12 PATI which we have, 6 more were required. Approval had been given, but it was put on hold because of our slightly strained relation with US. Now that it has been cleared, it will go very full bore. These aircraft are available and they should start coming. It gives you ability to detect submarine, to kill the submarine, to detect a warship if it is enemy warship. It carries the missile which can hit at long distances, and it has got sonobuoy system where it can monitor any submarine. Coming to the Coast Guard has got 8 Dornier aircraft, completely indigenous, is manufactured in Kanpur. The Air Force has also got a high altitude pseudo satellite system. Now these are the pseudo satellite, meaning that the high altitude balloons, they have very satellite equipment inside which can look at far areas and give advance notice for any intruding aircraft. So that is a good air defense radar system which will add to what we have with the S-400. Tanvi, this is really a great day for all these 3 services. Army, you just saw the video which was being shown. Amazing, all these were required. And I think government has taken a jump. It's a huge expenditure. It is now up to the armed forces to really take care of these and move in direction to have them procured and maneuver it so that it is up to the mark and it inducted into the service. So it's a very significant development.
And coming specifically to the Rafale fighter jets to be acquired, most are to be manufactured domestically with like you mentioned, 60% indigenous content. What does this mean as regards boosting India's indigenous defense production capabilities?
Tanvi, it will reduce the logistics chain. Otherwise, you have to demand these components after they are worn out, or maybe they have, fallen due to fair wear tear, or maybe a failure. Now, by the time you place an order outside country, original equipment manufactured possibly in France, and by the time it comes to you, it has got many hurdles, foreign exchange, thereafter the customs duty, etc. Here, if the factories are here, is an ecosystem of making an aircraft. Ecosystem will be in place. Some of it is already in place. So they are the ones who are going to manufacture, keep the spare parts, spare in their stock, so that if the Air Force needs it at any time, it can just be flown to those places, and the aircraft can. So the aircraft availability on ground in the front line is going to increase by having this logistic chain within the country. So it's a very big achievement. because aircraft serviceability in war is one of the most important thing. Otherwise, you can get handicapped. You got 50 aircraft, but only 20 are flying because 30 are down for some component or the other. That Air Force will overcome now.
Okay, sir, could you perhaps tell us in a bit more detail the importance of the airship-based high-altitude pseudo-satellites that have been cleared for procurement? How will they enhance our surveillance capabilities?
Tanvi, as you know, the satellites which are right in the space, they can see much larger area, and they keep sending the pictures of your targeted area where the satellite is looking. In this case, it is not a satellite which has to be launched into the orbit. This is a satellite which is put into an airship. It's like a big balloon which can fly, and it is sent up to high altitude, very high altitude, at a fixed altitude which can be controlled from ground. And the satellite which is fitted inside, it does exactly the same thing what a space satellite would do, but it is much closer. It's not that high. It's called pseudo satellite because it is not a real satellite in that way, that sense. So it is looking at the designated area, and anytime any aircraft or any other contact which is crossing the line of control or coming towards the line of control, it will, just like any other radar, it tells you, it shows you on the screen that okay, so and so is coming. So the air defense preparedness will be much quicker, much accurate, and possibly not allow the contact or the aircraft to cross the LOC, and with very long range weapons it can be shot down.
Even
so
drones.
Great help. Yeah, it will be.
Okay. What does the government's clearance for all these defense acquisitions tell us about the strength of India-France relations?
Oh, India-France relation, Tanvi, has been very good, but now in Prime Minister Modi's government, his own personal equation is excellent. And I'm sure that a lot of talking would have been done as far as the pricing is concerned, as to how much will be manufactured here. Otherwise, in one day, you can't get the details which has been given in the DSC. These details are obviously a result of talk which have been going on for quite some time. And both the Prime Minister and President get along with each other. They are very good friends. And you may recall that even the first buy, Prime Minister Modi personally had gone to France and placed an order for 36. A lot of noise here. Who told you to buy it? Why? The standard political thing. But it is wrong. It was an MMRCA selection which was done in 2011 and just waiting to be procured. So therefore, what Prime Minister Modi did was he saved the day. You see what happened in Op Sindoor. I think it is Rafale's performance was outstanding. The whole world says so. So now we have state-of-the-art aircraft, many in number, and France is a big business for them, and they will be really very happy. And it always, as it is, France is a very friendly country. It will further strengthen our tie. They are also the Safran companies making the jet engine. So they will be little more sort of in a framework to give India more and more technology, not only for this, but maybe many more things which are yet to follow.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir, for explaining to us in great detail the significance of these mega procurement deals. Vice Admiral Shekhar Sinha joining us on DD India News Hour.